Okay, so I'm down here at French Creek today. Haven't done a video on this place in a little while. Of course, right there's a car, and we're parked at Hopewell Lake, and I think we're just gonna walk around Hopewell Lake today. You're not gonna be able to see it because wide angle lens, but on the other side of the lake there's like a pool and like a campground and stuff. Now that in the summer is pretty popular, but in the wintertime obviously not popular. So over the summertime I think they have the lake a lot lower than it is right now, because all this out here wasn't underwater in the summertime. So I mean, I definitely think that they let less water go over the dam in the winter. But anyway, we're just gonna walk around this lake today. So I don't know if you can see the pool and stuff that's over there. Well, you can't see the pool, but there's like a building and stuff over there. That's where the pool is, and in the summertime it's really crowded. There's a little front loader doing some sort of work over there right now, which is what that beeping noise is. So this isn't going to be a crazy hike today or anything. This trail pretty much just goes around the lake. It's pretty easy going, no steep hills or anything. The worst thing's going to be the mud, like right now. But I have boots on. Obviously, you know, it's winter time and it rains and snows and everything. We haven't had any snow in the last, I think, 2 weeks now, but it did just rain pretty much all day yesterday, so. It's a nice little stream here. There's a bench if you want to sit down and eat lunch or whatever. I didn't bring lunch. I did bring the stuff that I need to make coffee, so I might do that at some point. But yeah, I mean, it's like 9:30 in the morning, something like that. 9:47 apparently. So I'm not quite ready for lunch yet. I'll probably get that on the way home. Somebody lost their sunglasses up here on this tree. Look at that. Just left their sunglasses just chilling on a tree. Oh, look at how reflective they are. I can see myself. That's weird. Yeah. I mean, they look pretty cheap, so I'm sure nobody really misses them. I don't know, I'll just put them back where they were. In case they come back for them, I don't know. So you may not know this about me, but one of my favorite things is taking pictures of sketchy bridges, sketchy like foot bridges. So of course I had to get a couple of this to add to my collection. I'm not really sure why, other than just I'm an extremely weird individual. But yeah, we gotta walk across this bridge here. And of course, just like all sketchy bridges, you can feel it move as you walk across it. The past, like, well, 2 days ago, it was like 60 degrees apparently. I was asleep all day, of course. I'm not really sure which way to go, because I think technically this isn't a trail. And I've gone that way before, and it gets really muddy, and it'll be muddy because it's been raining. I think we'll go this way. But anyway, those of you who follow me on Instagram might know that for the whole month of January, I was carrying a different pocket knife every day. Which is kind of hard to do. I know it doesn't sound very hard to do, but it's kind of hard to do for for me because I was getting new knives during the month of January, and then I could only carry them for the one day. So now that January's over, since February started, I've pretty much been exclusively carrying my Civivi Rustic Gent that I got. A review will be coming out on this at some point, probably before the end of the month. I'm not really sure though. I have to write about it and should probably use it a little bit more. So I've only been carrying it for like 5 days. There's a bunch of these little like, not really bridges, just things to keep you from walking through like spots where there'd be a lot of water and mud and everything. It's one thing I've noticed about this park is they do a really good job on their trails as far as keeping them maintained. You can see they cut a log here that fell across the trail recently. So recently that there was still sawdust there. A lot of the times they have little like walkways and stuff to keep you out of the mud. On some of the other trails, there's pretty long sections of like raised wooden walkways to keep you out of the mud. When I say raised, I don't mean raised like high off of the ground, but you know, placed on like a, what is it, like a 4x6, and like a 4x6 or like a 4x4 or something, and then you know, with 4x2s across that, and then, you know, like that, like a little raised walkway, not high off the ground, but you know, high enough to keep you out of the mud. In a lot of spots on trails in this park, they just do a really good job taking care of the trails and everything, and that's one of the reasons why I really enjoy coming to French Creek State Park. Another thing is it's not really hard for me to get here. To get to Swatara State Park, it's kind of more annoying because I have to go up near Lebanon and have to deal with 72 and all that. This is just me driving down New Holland Pike pretty much the whole way until I get to Morgantown. And the only bad thing about Morgantown is they're building that stupid casino. Most of you have no idea what I'm talking about, but yeah. French Creek State Park is awesome. They take really good care of their trails and everything, and I really appreciate it. See, after I just said all this, there's a log down up here. So there's a little cutoff here. I don't think we're quite down far enough yet, so I think I still want to go this way. But I guess we'll find out if I'm wrong. So I just came to the realization that I'm on the Lenape and the Horseshoe Trail, which I don't want to be on. So we want to turn to the right up here. It looks like there might be a little clearing up here where there's a trail or something that I can go that way. But I might have wanted to take that little cut off. I didn't think about it, evidently. Yeah, it looks like there's a trail or something. So that'll work. But apparently I haven't been down here for a few months because that casino I was talking about is like, they have quite a bit of it like done, like the structure of it's built. And last time I was down here, it wasn't like that at all. So evidently it's been a little while since I've been down here last. Yeah, see, the lake's definitely higher because in the summertime there was like a little, it's like a beach here you could walk out on, like sand and everything, right here. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely higher in the wintertime than it is in the summertime. Continue on, whatever this is. This isn't a marked trail, I don't think. I think we're going this way. So it looks like it's gonna get a little tight. Maybe we're not going this way. Now, there's a trail. No trail blazes, which makes me think it's not a marked trail, but some sort of trail. Okay, so right up here, there's a huge like mud pit pretty much. So this is gonna be fun. What's gonna be the easiest way to get through here? Looking for rocks. That way I can slip on a rock and fall in. Okay, let's see here. Okay, that worked pretty well, honestly. So we've just met up with this periwinkle trail, or a light bluish purple it looks like. So yeah, should look up all these trail names so I know which ones I'm on. And I have a map in my backpack, but I don't really feel like looking. I kind of just feel like walking, so I'm just not going to worry about it. So yeah, we're on the light blue periwinkle trail right now. It's probably not what it's called. Looks like the dam's right up here in a little bit. So when we get there, I think we're about halfway. Okay, so here's some of what I was talking about earlier with the boards across the 2x6s, like lifted wooden walkways to keep you out of the mud. And there's quite a few of these throughout the park. Yeah, it's just kind of nice. I mean, obviously, as you saw back there a little bit ago, there's sections you walk through that are gonna be muddy. But technically, I don't think that's a marked trail. So there is a reason why it wasn't well taken care of there, because it's not a marked trail. But I mean, obviously it's pretty highly trafficked and everything. So over there's the dam. Of course, we'll get a better look at it once we get behind it. So shut up. Go away, bird. So ignore the bird. He's being awful loud and rude, disruptive. Yes, you. So anyway, the end of next week, Thursday night or Thursday evening, Thursday afternoon, sometime like that, I'm gonna be leaving to drive to Michigan to visit my friend. So there definitely will not be a video next week. I've been kind of slacking on the videos a little bit. And of course I haven't been able to make a knife review video because I've been carrying different knives every day. So I haven't gotten any experience carrying the rustic gent or anything for enough time. I'm not sure if this is a bridge or not. I'm not sure if I could classify that as a bridge or not. I don't know. It does look sketchy though. Anyway, so next week I'm going to be driving from Lancaster, Pennsylvania to East Lansing, Michigan, I believe. It's like a 9.5 hour drive pretty much, because I'm not taking the turnpike, because, you know, Pennsylvania Turnpike's really expensive. So I'm not going to do that because it's unnecessary money to spend. And I think it's only like a half hour longer to go the way where there's no tolls involved. So I would much rather do that. But yeah, so that'll be the end of next week. I don't think I'm going to do any video on it or anything. I was thinking about doing a video about the drive there, but I don't yet have a suction cup mount for the GoPro, and it's gonna be dark. Like, I'm gonna be leaving at like, I don't know, 3 or 4, 5, 6 maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna be leaving sometime at night pretty much. So it's gonna be dark for most of the drive. So there's really not gonna be a point to filming most of it. So I don't think I will. I'm definitely gonna bring my like Kodak Pix Pro to Michigan with me, but I think that's basically just gonna be to take pictures if there's anything cool, pretty much. So we're at the dam. Right now we met up with the Boone Trail. There's the Horseshoe Trail too. But yeah, we met up with the Boone Trail here. They redid all this at some point last year, and it's really nice. Got like a nice wooden staircase down. You can see water coming over this. So yeah. Down here at the bottom, we've got a very not sketchy bridge. This is a very solidly built bridge with steel and wood. And here you can see the man-made waterfall coming off the lake. Now in the summertime, they've got the water running out of the, I don't know if you can see it because wide angle lens, but there's a hole in the side of the wall over there. In the summertime, they've got water running out of that. So I'd say maybe the lake's like 4 feet shallower, if that's a word, in the summertime. And I might be wrong about that, but it's definitely lower than it is right now. But anyway, this is cool with the man-made waterfall and everything. The stonework is really cool. I don't know how old this is. Obviously this part over here isn't anywhere near as old as this. So I don't know how long this has been here. Well, I don't know how long that's been there either, but if I had to guess, that's probably pretty recent. And this looks a lot older. Okay, now we're gonna go up the other side of this nice wooden staircase walkway thing that they just put in like last year. This is really nice. I really like this. And when we get up here, it's going to be really windy probably because we're no longer behind the dam. Okay. All right, we're the whole way on top of the dam now. Way over there in that little opening, and I know it's going to be kind of hard to see because this is a wide angle lens and you can't see anything pretty much. That little opening over there is where we're parked at. There is smoke coming from over there. So let's hope that's not my car on fire. That would be unfortunate. Okay, so right up here, it looks like we're getting back on the Periwinkle Trail, or whatever it's called. There was a sign back there that said Collins Way. I don't know if that's the name of this trail, or if that was the name of the stream, or what, but there was something back there that said Collins Way. So that may or may not be the name of the Periwinkle Trail. I'm just going to continue to call it the Periwinkle Trail. Once again, we're walking through some slight mud. But up here where there's a little stream, there's the nice wooden boards. Yep. Why do people do this to trees? I don't understand. I really don't get it. Like, I'm not one to carve things in anything really. But like a living tree, it just seems kind of fucking evil. Okay, not evil, but seems kind of wrong. I don't know. I'm not for carving stuff into benches either, but at least like a bench isn't like a living plant, whereas a tree is. I just don't really understand why people do this. Look, there's one that somebody just did recently. Yeah. And they do it on these certain types of trees because it'll heal and it'll look like this. And it'll be there for a very long time. But yeah, people found that out. So whenever you see trees like this, they always have carvings in them because people are jerks. Pretty much. I'm trying not to swear as much in my videos. Trying to make them more family friendly, you know. But yeah, I just don't really understand what the whole appeal of carving in trees is. Speaking of trees, I wonder how old this tree is. It looks like it's dying. Because, I mean, this piece here fell off of it, I think. But like, that tree's gotta be pretty old, right? Certainly looks like it. I think it's some sort of coniferous tree as well. Looks like there's some pine needles. Oh, there's a nest up there too. Wonder how old that is. It looks like an old tree, just based on its size. But I don't really know. I mean, this one next to it, I think, is the same kind of tree. Although it has like branches the whole way up. This one doesn't, just up at the top. That could be part of it dying though. Yeah, I don't know, it just looks like a really old tree. Alright, so today's my second night off from work, which pretty much means that I have to be up as long as I can be tonight. Like, ideally, I'd be up till like 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. I don't know if that'll happen because I fell asleep around 5 or 6 last night because I stayed up all day. So I was up for over 24 hours and then I went to sleep. And then normally when I do that, I sleep like 12 hours, wake up at like 6 in the morning. Today I woke up at 1:30 in the morning and I could not fall back to sleep. And I think part of that was I had a headache and I don't know, I just couldn't fall back to sleep. So, you know, I've been up since 1:30 this morning. It's already 10:30. I've been up for 9 hours today already. And I have to try to stay up till, like I said, ideally like 4 or 5 in the morning tomorrow. So I don't know if that's gonna happen. But yeah, so that's not ideal, obviously. So we're coming up here to the recreation area, I guess you might call it. Spot where like over the summer there'd be like a crap ton of people, like families eating at these picnic benches, and there's a pool that people would be swimming in and everything. And I still hear that front end loader. Oh yeah, he's down there. So he's doing something. Oh yeah, you can kind of see the pool. It's covered, obviously. It's February. See, up there's big parking area with several different levels to it. Down there, I don't know what they're doing. It almost looks like they're digging a trench system, but obviously they're not doing that. So I'm not really sure what they are doing. Kind of just looks like they're tearing stuff up, but I assume there's some sort of plan. But yeah, we're still on the Periwinkle Trail. It turns up here and goes down. I think we go through a parking lot, and then not too long after that we round around the side of the lake and we'll be back to the car pretty soon. So yeah, to sit down in the warm car out of the wind. I say warm, I'm not really cold. I dressed pretty appropriately for today. Okay, so the Periwinkle Trail goes right here. We're gonna go out on this little dock or whatever it's called, a pier perhaps, I'm not sure what you would call this, but we're just gonna go out on this because I want to. And I did see my car over there while I was up there, you know, because it's bright green or greenish yellow. It's like hazard vest green, pretty much, so you can see it. I can see the roof. You guys probably can't see it because GoPro. But yeah, so the Periwinkle Trail will wrap around here. It'll go, there's like a little bridge that goes over a creek. And then we'll come back up around this way and we'll be back to the car. But I just figured, you know, come out here, because why not? I don't see any fish or anything. No. So way down there is a dam. It's pretty far for the GoPro, so these two neat little islands here. Over there's a parking lot that we're parked in. And yeah, I haven't seen any awesome wildlife or anything. There were some gunshots. I think there's a gun range not too far away from here, and there's hunting allowed in some of these areas. Although you're not supposed to hunt with semi-auto rifles in Pennsylvania. I think that's still a thing. They might have repealed that, I'm not sure. But that definitely sounded like semi-auto. So we briefly join up at the road here. There's a metal bridge here. I'm not sure if that's an actual trail. But first time down here, I did actually start to walk on that, but I'm not sure it's an actual trail. So yeah, we're gonna go across this bridge here. There's like a cool like outdoor sitting area with like a podium. I don't know if it's supposed to be like a area for doing like an outdoor church service or what exactly it's for, but it's kind of cool. Okay, so real quick, right here's the podium with the benches around it. Like I said, I don't know if this is for like church services or speeches or what. I had to take the GoPro off my head because it died, and I'm going to turn this off quick before it dies. So that's going to be it for today, and I hope you guys have a good day. Yeah, what I thought was gunshots earlier, I think might be some sort of logging equipment. For some reason across the lake it sounded like gunshots. As I started to get a little bit closer to it, it's definitely not gunshots. Maybe some sort of logging equipment or something, I don't really know. But yeah, on my list of things to get for the GoPro, I want to get a suction cup mount. That's like $40 at Walmart for the GoPro suction cup mount. And I don't want to cheap out on that because, you know, I want it to work. And I definitely need at least one extra GoPro battery. Now today, I didn't have the GoPro fully charged. Otherwise it probably wouldn't have died, but you know, I left it on the whole time. I could have probably been like turning it off and turning it on, but I didn't really want to do that. I pretty much just wanted to hit the record button and have it record. So yeah. So anyway, on my list of things to get for the GoPro, I want a suction cup and a spare battery, at least one, maybe two extra batteries. Batteries are only $20 at Walmart, so they're not that expensive, so that's good.